Hey everybody, it's your boy Upper Hand back again, doing my first video of 2016. So happy New Year to everyone. Today I'm going to be reviewing the BLU Pure XL. I think this is BLU's flagship device currently, if I remember correctly. Pretty decent device. Of course, here's the device here, but I just wanted to kind of show off what comes in the box. You don't get this from. I've never received this from any other company but BLU. I bought a couple of other BLU products over the past year, but having a case is huge. Flip case, it works pretty well with the device. Not as good as like some of the Samsung cases and things like that, but this is pretty good. Exactly, especially to be come inside the box. You don't have to pay additional fees for it. You have the some earbuds, which is I don't like. I'm not a big fan of earbuds. I guess I do, but these seem okay. I hadn't used them. I mean, I had the device for a while, but I hadn't used it. Of course, typical charger and all that good stuff here. No 2.0. It says quick charge here, but the device itself, I put it on the charge. It takes 2-3 hours to get it fully charged. So definitely no quick charge technology here. But this device is only 349. So you're getting a lot for 349. Let me get into some of the specs here. First off, fingerprint scan on the back. This device was released back in September. For some of you that don't know, I've had this device for a couple of months now and finally decided to get around to doing a video for this device. Price on this device, I picked it up from Amazon, $349, 3 gigs of RAM, 64 gig hard drive. Again, like I just showed you, fingerprint scanner, 24 megapixel shooter on the back, LED flash. Selfie, folks, 8 megapixel camera in the front. And also it has, I think I already mentioned the SD card slot. And that's about it as far as the specs. I mean, Gorilla Glass, typical stuff. But I mean, you get a lot for this device for $349. I mean, you don't get, this is not normal to have this. This is pretty I would say this is I don't want to say, I don't want to bite off more than I can chew, but this is a pretty decent phone for $349. I think this probably could go up against some of the other flagship devices. I don't want to just scream out names, but this is a pretty nice device for $349. I mean, of course it could have it's not going to be running Marshmallow. I mean, the device came out in September, but it is running Lollipop. And I also wanted to show you a feature on here. It's a Doze feature I want to show off that BLU puts in some of their later phone. I want to show this Doze feature. This is not Marshmallow, like I said, but BLU's putting this Doze feature in their devices. And you can't see it because I've had the device. I turn it on when I'm not turn it off when I'm not using it, but it has that same effect. I also have you seen the HTC A19 I put up. I also have the Nexus 5X that I need to do a video for you all on as well. And I mean, it does pretty well. Now the battery here on this device, well, I don't like this about the device. I mean, these home buttons down here at the bottom, you can see them. You probably can't even see them, but this is the home button here, which it should be lit up. It shouldn't be dark black. This is the go back button. You can't see it. I can see it, but you all probably can't see it on the video. And then this is the app button or whatever, to go through, see whatever you had on here. Pretty smooth. Like 3 gigs of RAM here, so the device is pretty smooth. For you all that don't know, this is I didn't say this, but this is a 6-inch screen. The device is a little big for me. I guess that's why BLU went with the name of BLU XL. I mean, it's too big for me, for my liking. I'm more of a 5-inch, maybe 5.5 at most device type individual. To me, I'm just going off of me. This is a bit massive. I feel like it doesn't feel cheap though. I know some devices feel cheap, but this is not. This doesn't feel cheap. It's not this is not a metal back, so don't get too excited. And it also has something I left out. It also has for people that like to travel outside of the U.S. or what have you. It also has dual SIM capability, so you could have your SIM in the U.S. You know, maybe you go to Canada or whatever, and you may need a SIM for up there. So that's pretty good. It does have that feature. It's packing a 3,500 milliamp hour watt battery. The battery life definitely can get you through a full day, but you probably, like I said earlier, you probably gonna want to charge this baby overnight because it's gonna take 2.5, 3 hours or so to get it fully charged if you let it go all the way down. So I've been using lately quick charge, and so that's a deal breaker for me. But let me get right into the pros and cons, because I want to videos kind of getting long. Definitely a pro in my opinion is the price range. I mean, with these specs, I didn't go into too much details with the device. I don't have a lot of stuff on it. It's pretty smooth, people. It doesn't have an app drawer, so you have to go out and install your own app drawer, which is cool. Has some other little features. You know, it's not running pure Android, but it's running Blue have their own little software they kind of run over Android, but pretty cool. They say, well, Blue says that this device is supposed to receive Marshmallow Wind. I'm not sure, but I mean, you already have 64 gig hard drive. Imagine it being able to put an SD card in here if it was to receive Marshmallow and baking all that in together. That'd be pretty impressive. Also, I mean, the fingerprint scan, I'm a huge fan of that, so that's definitely a pro for me. 24 megapixel shooter, 8 megapixel selfie. I mean, for a person that focuses on numbers when it comes to megapixel, that could be a plus for you, but we all know it's a lot more to a phone, to a camera, I'm sorry, versus just megapixels. The Doze feature is also a plus. I guess the dual SIM for someone that travels a lot is a plus. I gotta talk about I have to mention the cons. For me, the phone is too big. I mean, this phone, I guess you could say it's a pro for some people. Maybe you want to watch movies on it. It's great. You know, you can almost use it as a tablet because it's a 6-inch screen. Or maybe if you get into fights, maybe you can use it as a weapon and hit somebody with it. I don't know, because the phone is pretty big. Battery doesn't have 2.0 quick charge on it. So that's kind of a deal breaker for me, no fast charging. And these home keys, not having a light on these home keys in the dark, it is very hard to use this phone if you're trying to use it at night while you're getting ready for bed or what have you, laying in the bed. But folks, that's about it. I mean, there's nothing more that I really can say about this. I mean, the phone is pretty smooth. You know, I'm not a big gamer on phones, so I didn't really go into the gaming and stuff. But the phone is nice. I mean, it comes with the little forgot the name of that. Sorry, I can't even remember the name of the keyboard it comes with. But it comes with one of those typical keyboards out of there it is right there. I can't think of the name of this. That little logo, I'm sure is familiar to some people. I just had a brain fart or whatever here. I can't quite remember. But folks, that's about it for this. Again, the BLU Pure XL. Feel free to have if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll do my best. I'll do the best I can to try to address your questions. But I mean, if you're looking for a pretty decent device and you're not really wanting to spend that 500-600 price range, but you want something big like the V10 or maybe even a Note device or what have you, I think that this device is pretty comparable to those devices. I mean, it gets the job done. Well, folks, this video is definitely went over on this in almost 9 minutes. Thanks for watching. I hope you like it. Enjoy the rest of your year.